Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be testing and unboxing a $130 Chromebook. It's an Acer Chromebook 311. Picked it up from Best Buy, and it did come with some software freebies. 3 months of YouTube Premium, 3 months of Google One, as well as 6 months of web root internet security. So here's the side of the box. It does come with Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth, a 33 watt hour battery as well, and let's open it up. And in terms of screen size, we're looking at an 11.6 inch LCD screen. So this is everything that came with it. We got our documentation right here. Let's see what's in this envelope. Looks like it is a international traveler's warranty, our setup guide as well. So let me lay everything out and we'll take a photo of it so you have a better idea of everything that came in the box. So this is our charger. Let me give you a close-up. So that's the model number and the output. So this is everything that came in the box. Pretty straightforward. Now on the side, right side, there are no ports. On the left side, we do have our USB-C charging port. And then here we have our headset jack and USB 3.2 Gen 1. So very basic, very simple. So let's boot it up and do a quick setup. Welcome to Chromebook. Yeah, what I like about these Chromebooks, they are very easy to set up. Very quick too. So as you can see here, update was about 14 minutes long. Really quick. Very clean setup. Oh, heads up, no backlit keyboard. So I'm setting up as personal use, and then I just put in my Gmail, which is what I usually use. Terms and conditions right here. And then I'm going to accept and continue. Alright, so once we set our password, we're going to set up a PIN. And then we are going to select our apps from the Google Play Store. So let's put up Roblox, Pluto TV. Let's do some game testing later too as well. So let's add a few more games here. Let's add Asphalt 8, some racing. And we should add another game like Candy Crush, even though I've never played Candy Crush before. Let's see, is there anything else that we're gonna need? Just gonna add a couple of random things here. I think we're ready to go. So I'm just going to do install, next. And then let's make the display and text size bigger so that it's easier to see on camera for you. I'm going to go with the light theme and we're all set. So setup was really easy. Let's go over our menu options here. We got our launcher here on the lower left corner. We have Google Chrome, Gmail, Google Calendar, Files, Messages, Google Meet. We got YouTube, of course, Google Photos, and the Google Play Store. And then here we have, looks like notifications here. We have our calendar right here. We have let's see, there's my task on top, and then we have our internet, screen capture, do not disturb, Bluetooth cast screen, our volume and brightness control. Pretty good, pretty good. And let's do some game testing because I know that will be a popular question. So here we have Asphalt 8. So I haven't really played it before. So we're gonna go and just give it a quick try. It's probably gonna run us through some tutorials. So I have to say it's running really good for the Chromebook. I'm actually pretty surprised. So I was just going through the tutorial, running some Nitro. Pretty sweet game, I have to say. So the Chromebook did not disappoint. And here are my settings. So visual quality is actually about 3 bars away from best quality, which is really good. So you could even tweak the settings a little more. Next, Roblox, as you can see here, I let it go on its automatic default graphics settings and it was freezing a lot. So I switched it to manual graphics mode and I put the graphics quality down to 1. This should help it run a lot better. And I did turn on the performance stats. So right now I'm actually testing the Chromebook on a crappy hotspot Wi-Fi just to see how well it will do. And it did not disappoint. I put the performance stats up, but the Chromebook did really well. And, you know, just adjusting the settings, it ran really smoothly. So Roblox, this is really cool, I have to say. So if you're thinking of getting this Chromebook for Roblox, it'll do a good job. You might have to make a few tweaks on the graphics settings, but it works on fast Wi-Fi and even crappy Wi-Fi. So that's kind of what I was testing out, because I know that sometimes at school our Wi-Fi isn't that good. Candy Crush worked really good as well. Although this looks like a mobile app version. So I'm not too familiar with Candy Crush, but I thought I'd just test it out and put some footage in for you. Candy Crush looks pretty fun. I haven't really played it before. So next, let's work on some benchmark tests. Here we have the aquarium test. As you can see, we are running 60 FPS at 500. So I put 1,000 in there. That's the number of fish that we have. So it's still running at 60 FPS. Canvas width 1024. Canvas height 1024. Let's run it to 5,000 fish. 5,000 fish, still at 60 FPS. So the Chromebook's doing really good. I am really impressed. I haven't had a Chromebook in a long time, so FPS wise, let's run 10,000, see what happens. There we go. 10,000 fish, we are running at about 31 to 33 FPS. So in the low 30s is what you can expect with 10,000 fish. Let's see 15,000 fish. Here we have 25, 26 FPS. Pretty good, pretty good. And let us go to 20,000 fish. We have 20 FPS. 21 FPS. Alright, let's take a look at 25,000 fish. So here we have 16 FPS, which is pretty good. And let us max it out at 30,000 fish. So we have 14 to 15 FPS. I have to say that is not bad at all. Let me show you the options here. So we do have normal maps, the tank, museum, reflection, fog bubbles. And let me change the view for you so you can see that there's a big shark in there. And let's move on to our next test. We have our Speedometer 2.0. So this is the older version. We're going to run the Speedometer 3.0 later. So the results is that we have a 99.5 for the Speedometer 2.0. I didn't show the way the test goes because it was flashing a lot. So I just edited all that out. So I just went straight to the summary results. So it scored good for the Speedometer 2.0. Now let's run the newer version. So Speedometer 3.0. Alright, so here is the results for Speedometer 3.0, the newer version. So we scored a 6.19, which is pretty low. Now let me scroll over the detailed metrics. Now what does all this mean? I don't know. Well, not totally. But basically all we have to know is that our Chromebook did not score very well. A 6.19 out of 140. So let me go back to the summary real quick. And basically, let us move on to other things. So let me show you the support for this. So this Chromebook specifically is going to get security updates until June 2031. So it's going to be supported for a few more years. And battery after full charge, so after being fully charged, we unplugged our USB-C charging. We got 6 hours and 28 minutes left. And let me run a quick battery test here. So fully charged, unplug. So it's defaulting to 300 seconds. I let it run on its default, and it discharged 0.87% in 300 seconds. So let's do some monitor testing here. So I grabbed a USB-C dongle to HDMI, plugged it into the USB-C charging port on this Chromebook, and it worked. So one thing you're going to notice is that nothing's happening on the TV. That means we have to turn on our settings. It is the mirror built-in display settings. So I went into the settings, I turned it on, and there we go. Now everything I do on the Chromebook we can see on the TV. Perfect. One thing I do have to mention though, for the wireless cast mirroring or the screen mirroring or the cast screen, I had issues and I tried some workarounds. I could not get it to work properly. So even on Chrome, it sees the different TVs that I have, and I tested out on a couple of them and I couldn't cast wirelessly. I could only cast using the YouTube app, and even for this one, when I do a playback, they're not mirroring each other. Like I can play a video and then it just shows up. Moving on to our one hand open test. So it looks like that is a no-go. We cannot open it up with one hand. Weight wise, we are looking at 1.11 kilograms. Measurement wise, lengthwise, it is about 290 millimeters. And here we have about, I'd say about 200 millimeters. Let's do some camera testing here. So I have the webcam on. There's a video, photo, and scan option. So we have normal, GIF, or time-lapse on our video. Let's take a look at our left-hand settings. We got mirror preview, so that's cool. We have our grid. So we have a 3x3 grid, a 4x4, and a golden ratio. We have a timer, 3 seconds or 10 seconds. We have our zoom, so let's give it a quick try. So we can zoom in or out. And our webcam resolution is 720p. Sound test. Mic test, 1 2 3 4. A B C D F G. A B C D F G. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And let's look at the options here. So here's our recording. Looks like we can have picture-in-picture. There's loop playback. We can rename the video file. So if you need to find the copy of the file that you just recorded, just go into Files, And then there's something called camera. So the camera folder, you open it up and there's a recording. So it looks like it records in MPEG video.
Playback at around 50%.
Sound test, sound test. Mic test, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D, F, G. A, B, C, D, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Playback at full bars.
Sound test, sound test. Mic test, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D, F, G. A, B, C, D, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.